So, I was asked to do a tag video. 13 questions for your favorite reviewer. You want to know what those 13 questions are and what fragrances I chose? Stay tuned. What's going on, everybody? Let me fix my shirt. I don't want to offend nobody. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Trey Sense here. And I was tagged by a gentleman that goes by Uncommon Sense to do a video. What this video is, it's just 13 questions for the reviewer. Questions like, what's your favorite fragrance? What's your most worn fragrance? Things like that. What's your easy reach fragrance? So, if you haven't checked out Uncommon Sense in this video, please go do so. Now, before I get into the video, I want to go ahead and do my tags. I want to tag Russell Mack from Solomon's Vineyard. I want to tag Manuel from Manuel's House of Aroma. I think Mr. Cheap Sense, aka The Fragrant Life, has already been tagged. Mr. Sam Broom, I know you got a lot going on, brother, but if you find time to do this video, if you haven't been tagged, please do so. Civilized Redneck, if you haven't done this, do so, please. Motivated Living, do so. Titan Fragrances, I haven't seen you active in a while. If you haven't done this video, please feel free to do so. Or any other reviewer that sees this video and wants to take part in it, knock yourself out. Okay, sorry for the long-winded intro there. Let's get busy. Okay, my most reached for fragrance, or my most worn fragrance, is of course a cheapie. It is from the House of Michael Jordan, and it is Simply 23. I really like this fragrance, man. It's salty. I messed up one time, made a mistake and took this on vacation by accident. I left it in a pair of shoes that I had, and I left it in the car or something, some kind of way it got on vacation with me, and I wore it down at the beach, and it was just all over because it's kind of salty, airy, aquatic-y. It almost like Acqua di Gio, but just with salt, with more salt, and it was over after that. Absolutely love the fragrance. So my most reached for fragrance is 23. And I know y'all probably thinking, Trey, you know, that bottle's full. I have 2 bottles of this because Manuel from Manuel's House of Aroma sent me one. That's a bottle I've had for a while. I have a ton of fragrances, so to put a dent in one for me is good. That's one of my most worn fragrances. Now, my easiest reach fragrance is one that I haven't had a long time, and I got this from a sub by the name of Lamar Gaston. Great guy, great sub. I have some of the coolest subs in the world, y'all. I really do. I thank all of you, and I really appreciate each and every one of you. And it is from the House of Zara, and it is from the summer, and it's called Zara Summer Collection. And this is just a bright, easy to wear, easy to reach fragrance. And I love bright fragrances. If you haven't picked up on that yet, I noticed that the brighter for me, the better, especially this time of the year. I live in Alabama. The days get really long, starting about March, April, and they really start to warm up the end of April, 1st of May. So, and they go that way until sometimes November. I can remember when my wife and when the wife and kids moved into the house we're in, it was 80 degrees in November, 80, 85 degrees in November. So I need fragrances that are bright most of the year because you never know when it's going to turn hot and when it's going to cool off. So Zara's Summer Collection is my easy reach fragrance. Now, the hyped fragrance that was worth the hype Zaharoff Signature Pour Homme. This was a very hyped fragrance in the community, and I think it is worth every bit of the hype. Why? Because I love that purple juice, the bottle design, the cap. Everything about this fragrance is regal. From the packaging that it comes in to the person, the person that made it, George, is a great guy. So I absolutely love this fragrance. I love the way it smells. I love what it represents. So I think it is absolutely worth the hype and worth every penny that you pay for that. Now, this fragrance is gonna take up 2 spots. One is the most overhyped fragrance, and a fragrance that is not worth the hype, and it is Creed Aventus. Now, don't get it twisted. This bad boy smells good to me. It smells good to me. The problem is, it's not worth the money that you pay for it. No fragrance is worth what you pay for this. No fragrances. You'd be better off getting some of the clones or going to some of the clone houses like Dapper, Sensual Obsessions, or a house like that, 3-in-1. I'm not sure if they make them, and get you some of this. I'm not sure if they make. I'm not sure if 3-in-1 makes a Creed, but if they do, go to one of their houses and get it. This is not worth the $300 or $400 that you pay for it. And this is the old 125 mil. They don't make this anymore, so yeah. Now, great smelling fragrance, but the question was a fragrance in your collection that did not live up to the hype, and that one did not. Now, since we're on this subject, most expensive fragrance in my collection is Creed Aventus. Okay, moving on from that fragrance. Most inexpensive fragrance or affordable fragrance in my collection, Yacht Man. And this bad boy can be had for about $3.99. Only thing I do not like about this fragrance is this cheesy cap. And it looks cheap and cheesy. But for $3.99, it's not a bad fragrance. This is a little bit chocolatey, a little bit powdery, an easy to wear fragrance. It smells good. I absolutely like it. Absolutely, I like it a lot, as I like to say. That's kind of my catchphrase. I like it a lot. Well, I do like it. I like it a lot. Now, moving on. That's my most inexpensive fragrance. Okay. Next up is a fragrance in my collection that has the best bottle design that I love. This is Decibel by Azzaro. Now, I like this fragrance too. This is one of the more challenging fragrances that I have to wear. It's heavy incense based. I had a reviewer say to me the other day, man, you don't dislike any fragrances. It's not that. It's not that I don't dislike fragrances. If I smell a fragrance and I don't like it, 9 times out of 10, I take it back. I don't even keep it. Why bother with a fragrance that I know I'm not going to wear? A lot of times as you get older, your nose changes and you start to appreciate things more in their diversity. So this is not a fragrance that I would reach for a lot. This is a fragrance that I would come very close to saying I dislike. But then when I smell it and the incense in the air, I think, you know what, that's not so bad. And it's different. Is it my favorite fragrance? No, not at all. But I do love the bottle design. I like that little microphone. Would I wear this a lot? No. Do I wear this a lot? No. It's do I dislike the fragrance? No, I don't. Is it one that I'm going to find myself reaching for a lot? No. Why? Because it's just difficult to wear. It's just difficult. The incense in it are so strong, it's just difficult to wear. Smells good, it's just difficult. That's that. And that is Azzaro's Decibel. But the reason that bottle is in the collection, I'll show you one more time, is because favorite bottle design. Love that little microphone. And blue is one of my favorite colors. Next up, oldest fragrance in my collection. Do not laugh. Avatar by Coty. I've had this thing forever. And you can't hardly find this stuff anymore. There's no telling what this bottle is worth, what it would go for. I'd be willing to sell it for the right price. I'd let it go. Avatar. That's my oldest bottle. Newest bottle in my collection, and this was sort of a tie because I bought a few this weekend, but we're going to go with Abercrombie and Fitch First Instinct Together. And this is the newest bottle. And if you're wondering what... Man, this smells good. I really enjoyed the smell of this. I've only sprayed it on my wrist for testing. I sprayed it in the car. The wife was, before it even got out of the atomizer. Ooh, that smells good. What is that? I was like, that's Abercrombie and Fitch First Instinct Together. To me, this is the best from the First Instinct line. I have Extreme and I have First Instinct. I had First Instinct Blue, but I took it back. It just didn't perform. So there was no point in keeping it. I mean, it went 30 minutes on my skin. This one, however, goes a little bit longer. I got about 6 hours out of this. Now, it wasn't a monster projector, but it did hang around, and it does smell good. And what this is a poor man's version, or an economical man's version of Paco Rabanne's Invictus. It smells just as good. Man, I like it. And that is First Instinct Together. Great little fragrance. And those are my oldest and newest bottle. Next, smallest bottles in my collection, biggest bottles in my collection. We're gonna go with the smallest. This cute little fellow right here is the smallest bottle in my collection. I think it's a 0.17, and this is Versace's Dylan Blue. That is the smallest bottle. I'm gonna see if I can pick this big old water tower thing up. This was a tie because I had 3 bottles this size, all from CK. This is 6.7 ounce. I'm not even sure how many mils that is. 6.7 ounce. I can't see the mils. I think it's 5,000 mils. 300 maybe is what that says. 300 mil. 6.7 fluid ounces. And I have this CKB and what is the other one? Eternity. Oh, that's the white tape. Is it Eternity? Eternity Air. I have all of those in a 6.7 ounce bottle. So there was no sense in dragging all 3 of them out. So I went with CK1. So CK1, CKB, and Calvin Klein Eternity Air are the largest bottles that I have in my collection. Yeah. And again, the cute guy. Smallest bottles I have in my collection. All right. Now, I've got 2 more left. And one is cologne that brings up the most memories for you. And it is easily one of my favorite colognes, one I've talked about several times. This is the original Chrome. This is actually what I wore on my wedding day. Why? Because I got married in the fall in September, mid-September in Alabama. Mid-September is hot. So I wanted something that, my wife and I got married outside. So I wanted something that would stand up in the hot Alabama heat, but that would still smell good, that's crowd pleasing. So I chose Air. I chose Azoros Chrome. And I'm glad I chose that. This is one of my favorite fragrances. My late cousin who passed away, this is one of his favorite fragrances as well. So I'm definitely glad I chose it. Just brings back a lot of memories. It takes me back also to the 90s, which was a great time period in life. You know, working, everybody was making money. You know, it was a good time period in life, the 90s was. I missed that era. Music was good. Everything just seemed to be flowing in the 90s. And Chrome takes me back to that. It smells good, and it is a powerhouse. This stuff stays on my skin all day. It stays on my clothes for days. Spray this on your shirt if you want to. You'll be smelling it for 2 weeks. And last but not least is my favorite cologne from my favorite house. My favorite house is Perry Ellis. Why, you may ask? It's simple. Perry Ellis makes a lot of different colognes, and there's something there for everybody. If you can't find a Perry Ellis cologne that you can wear, then you're not really trying. You just don't want a designer cologne. Because whether it's Perry Ellis White, Perry Ellis Red, Perry Ellis Portfolio, Perry Ellis Portfolio Elite, or this bad boy, Perry Ellis Portfolio Green. Now, the house of Perry Ellis is somewhat of a clone house. Let's just be honest. It's a clone house. And this one is no exception. This little jewel right here smells almost identical to the old school, the one with the sticker on it, Dolce & Gabbana. I absolutely love this fragrance. I like it a lot. It smells good. It performs well on me. It used to be easy to find, but I haven't seen it in the rack stores of late, but you don't see a lot in the rack stores anymore. But this little thing was $12 or $13, and it is a great smelling fragrance. And this cologne actually taught me a lesson, because I had Dolce & Gabbana first. And I was like, man, I love the way that smells. And then I smelled this. And that's when I started to realize, as I was young in my fragrance journey, I realized that, so you mean people make a fragrance and they charge this much for it, and then somebody else makes a fragrance that smells just like it and they charge this much for it? Yeah. And I also had OP Blend at the same time, which is kind of the same vibe. And I absolutely loved them. They were great smelling fragrances. You can't hardly find OP Blend anywhere. And that's a jewel also. The price is skyrocketed on it too. So, but anyway, that has been 13 questions with your boy Trey Scents, and the fragrances that answer those questions. So if I tagged you in this video and you can do the tag, great. If you can't, hey, your boy understands. Life happens and people are busy. Please be sure to like and share this video, and give me a sub, a thumbs up, a thumbs down, whatever you feel I deserve. I will take it. I'll be fine with it. Yeah, we're almost at 900 subs, guys, and that is a huge milestone for me. Because when we get to that 900, we can start focusing on that 1,000. All right, guys, I'm gonna jump off here. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you want to see more tag videos, let me know, and we'll try to create some tags or figure out a way to get some more tags out there. But anyway, thanks again for being a sub. Thank y'all for being the best part of my day. Be sure to like, share, comment. Please comment. Comment. All right. Anyway, I'm going to jump off here. And until next time, guys, peace.